got the lawn mowed this morning. It's Monday, and it's another hot one, but cleaned up the leaves and blew off the driveway, mowed the lawn, took care of the house. Now up to Escondido, where I can get a little bit of work done and just really drop off a whole bunch of stuff that showed up over the weekend, parts-wise. Dump that off, and then I've got an airport pickup of employee number one, in a sense, that I should be picking him up around 3:45 today. And then I think we're going to get him settled. He's got a room over in Poway, not far from here. We'll get him settled, go get some dinner, and really get going tomorrow. $2:20. Be heading to the airport here in about 15 or 20 minutes. Not a ton of work done today just due to time. I took delivery of a CSB that's going to go in there, so that's good news. BMW said 5 weeks in Germany. I guess there's none of them in the United States, so I got one of the last ones over there somewhere, so that's cool. Been working on the 545, the e-brake and navigation system. That iDrive controller was coded improperly and not working, so we got a new iDrive controller and coded that to low for the ZBE setting, so now that works. The push in to accept was working, but not the twist to scroll, so that's back. Now the next problem was with the e-brake, and I'll come over here and give you guys a better look. No matter the position of the handle, so if it was relaxed or pulled as in engaged, it would not come on the dashboard and say brake or parking brake or whatever it's supposed to say. So I got to look at the wiring all looked fine, but this thing was all screwed up. So take a look at how this works. This is the brake off. As soon as I go one click on, this copper colored metallic piece makes contact with this bracket and closes the signal and goes into this wire and says, hey, the brake's on. And you turn it off and it pushes it away, right? Simple mechanics in a spring. But this whole thing was bent like over here. So regardless of where that little hammer was on the e-brake assembly there, it was not working. So I bent it back into position and then tightened the nut at the bottom because it got loose. And now that's working again. So let's take a listen and a look here. Clutch goes to the floor. Be kind to the computers, give them just a second to cycle. Turn the key, fire in the hole. And it sounds like it's gonna run rough right now. It's totally hit and miss if this thing runs well or if it does not. I have random misfires on a bunch of different cylinders. It goes into this mode. Significantly better after the fresh fuel, but I wonder if these injectors are just clogged up. They'll get real rough. Doesn't sound great. The last misfires were on 1, 3, and 7. I've tried recalibrating the active steering a number of times. It says everything gets reset right, but then you click next and it thinks for a minute and then failed. Try again. It doesn't matter how many times you do it, it fails. The system's full of fluid. I don't know what else is going on there. Same thing with the restraint system. I can put on both seat belts and it still gives me an airbag and a seat belt light because the E60 is known for major problems with the restraint system. Also, the airbag module down here is continuously warm, so I think that may be a problem. So that explains those 4 lights. If we give ourselves a little test here and pull that up, we get brake. So that's what it says, is brake. So that system's back to working, and now we can scroll with the iDrive. The engine does run. It is drivable. When it's misfiring, it's just rough, of course, because the engine enters a limp mode, so to speak. If I have input plugged in and like actively just clear those codes, then the whole car immediately changes and will run fine again for a while until it detects a misfire again, and then it shuts itself down. So super annoying. This seems to be working again. This crap, at least the lights come on, and the heated seat for the driver's seat. The passenger seat, we have codes for a heat mat, and the button doesn't work, but that works. PDC is fully functional. That's never been a problem. And DSC immediately comes on with DTC. Press and hold it. I enable the full DSC off mode. So some things are working. This works fine, although there's a code for some sort of fan. I think there's a fan in here that doesn't seem to work very well. Radio works, or it was. Whoops. Got the controller upside down. I gotta find my back button now. Entertainment. satellite, that's why it's not working. Let's go over to frequency modulation, which it is not allowing. There we go. FM. Come on! Look how freaking slow this is. What was wrong with the E39's Mark IV? Nothing. Is it grayed out? No. Alright, so that doesn't work. AM doesn't work. Weather band doesn't work. It's stuck in satellite mode. Toggle the radio off, back on. Still nothing. So more issues to diagnose. It's kind of like the Alpine white car, that you fix 3 things and then randomly 2 or 3 more just break. And I was literally just listening to that 5 minutes ago, and now it doesn't work. So the E60 platform strikes again. That's where we are. It sounds a little off right now. A little bit. There's been some lifter noise or rod knock. I hope it's lifter noise. But that's the 545. And good morning. We're looking at a Tuesday morning or Monday night. I think it's still Monday night. Just got back from Casa Guadalajara. Went out there tonight with a new hire. Kenan and I had dinner with him, and that was actually really nice. I haven't been to Casa Guadalajara in quite a while. I don't know that you'll hear anything, but interesting weather pattern coming into San Diego tonight and this afternoon. So we had some thunderstorms and a ton of lightning and a ton of thunder, and then holy shit, it actually rained in October, which is weird. But nice, because everything's dry, there's fire risks, and this will help calm that down. So it's still kind of misting right now. Honestly, it's just a little peaceful. It's one of those nights you crack the window and listen to the tree frogs and whatnot. It's very relaxing. Anyways, tomorrow we get back to it. We get back to work. We try to be extremely productive. I've got a million jobs. There's no shortage of work to do tomorrow. So I'm going to go sleep. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll talk then. Good night.